Hi guys, welcome back. New day, new energy. I want to talk about two movies that I'm recommending for you to watch on YouTube. Yes, I know a lot of people don't talk about YouTube movies, but trust me, this producer did a lot. And in case you don't have money this weekend to go to the cinema, or you don't have money to subscribe your Netflix for some Netflix and chills, these movies that I'm recommending for you is going to do you a lot of good. There's the good, the bad, and the not so good lessons and the weird moments that should have been left out of the movie. But I'll be honest, I'll be blunt, and I'll be fair. Let's jump in, okay? Number one is Love in Every Word. I'm so sorry I'm doing this video like this, but sorry. Love in Every Word is produced by Omoni Oboli and it's available on Omoni Oboli YouTube channel. That's Omoni Oboli TV. And some of the key casts we have is Uzo Arukwe, Bam Bam, Omereme, Thelma Nwosu, Amanda, Susan, and the likes. So it's more like a contemporary romance that sets up two people from different backgrounds and obstacles that threatens their relationship. From family pressure, secrets, ambition, the list goes on. But let's talk about the pros. There's this emotional beat that lands well with me. The early scenes that built chemistry convincingly, but they had like this good chemistry that was so convincing. And then there's this professional production. You know, it gives like this cinema kind of movie. You probably would think this movie is on Netflix when you see it. The lighting, the set, dressing, music, it's clearly a polished YouTube release. And the casting feels like fresh because like we hardly see Bam Bam and Uzo in any movie, but this give it like a very fresh, casting and young energy. But some of the things I do not like in this movie. Please, mid-section pacing was very slow. The movie introduces subplots that were not fully resolved. Tell me why Bam Bam's mom was talking about her getting married, pressuring her, and all of a sudden the pressure just died down. Waiting killed the pressure. Hello. And some few supporting characters, they didn't have any playoff continuation at the end of the movie. And I'm like, why? But in all, some of the moral lessons I learned from this movie is communication matters. You can't assume someone knows your limits. There's supposed to be balance between compromise and identity. And I'll tell you why you should watch this movie. It's a must watch because if you enjoy character driven romantic drama and nice polished production, you need to watch it. If you want tight plotting and high stakes drama, please don't watch it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because some of the things that I felt changed or were overdone, this luxury, wealth, and showcase visual troops felt excessive. How on earth were you trying to get a lady's number and you had to bring like the whole Ogene troop to the office building in order to get her number? I don't think it was necessary. They were distractive. It was excess. They distracted us from the emotional simplicity while they were talking in the village during the traditional wedding of the, I don't know, the mom's friend daughter or something. It was very simple emotional connection. So what's bringing all this, showcase and all that? Anyways, and things that were underdone, the family pressure, subplot is seeded but not developed. Like I mentioned earlier, the mom was pressuring this girl to go and get married. Look for a man. Where is your man? And all of a sudden, that pressure died down. What killed it? So it wasn't developed enough. The movie would have been stronger if that thread had more screen time. And then for part two, this was like a transition from part one. Part one already sets the foundation for Love in Every Word part two. But like I said, the movie is a must watch. You should see it because it brings out this very beautiful chemistry, this very beautiful love. And the characters that played part one also casted in part two, aside some, relatively minor characters that came into play in part two, like Lolo, Patience Ozokwo, and the likes. But overall, it was very beautiful. It was very beautiful. The chemistry playoff was solid. Where part one, seeded tension, part two resolves it emotionally with satisfying beats, strong production skill, longer run. Part two was 3 hours. 3 hours plus. I'm like, what on earth are you guys acting? But at the end of the day, the whole 3 hours was a very beautiful, beautiful time run. You know, there were more set pieces, the wedding sequence, the visual effects, all of those things. And then cons, yeah, it was too predictable. Of course, we all knew that Uzo and Bam Bam were going to end up together, regardless of all the family drama. It felt like it was telegraphed. The rush climax. A few key reveals could have used quieter scenes for weight. Because tell me why, you know, this guy, why did you carry your mom to the same hotel, I be the same building with this girl? And then everything felt like, oh, it was predictable, too predictable. Anyways, guys, tell me what you think about this movie, Love in Every Word. I've been meaning to do this for a long time, but I don't know why it's coming today. Maybe it's a weekend and it's still showing on YouTube. Omoni Oboli TV. Tell me what you think and let me know which other movie you would like to recommend to us in the comment section. I'll see you guys in my next video.